The year was 1944, and the world was gripped by the turmoil of World War II. On the Western Front, a bold and unconventional general led the charge for the Allies. His name? George Patton, Jr., a man both feared and respected, celebrated for his audacity and strategic brilliance. This is his story. But Patton was more than just a battlefield commander. He was a man who combined discipline, innovation, and a flair for the dramatic to become one of the most formidable generals in military history. The early years, a passion for war. Born in 1885 in California, George Patton Jr. grew up with a fascination for military history. Stories of great warriors and legendary battles fueled his ambition to become a soldier. Patton's journey to greatness began at West Point, where he distinguished himself as a disciplined but unorthodox cadet. He also competed in the 1912 Olympic Games, showcasing his physical prowess and competitive spirit. Early in his career, Patton demonstrated a keen interest in armored warfare, recognizing the tank's potential to revolutionize combat. His relentless pursuit of innovation set the stage for his later successes. Leadership and discipline. Building an army. Patton's leadership style was as demanding as it was inspiring. He believed that discipline and morale were the cornerstones of a successful army. During the North African Campaign, Patton took command of the battered U.S. II Corps. Within weeks, he transformed it into a cohesive and disciplined force. Patton insisted on strict adherence to protocol, famously ordering his troops to wear ties in the desert heat. Though grumbled at by many, this attention to detail fostered a sense of pride and unity among his soldiers. His mantra was simple: discipline wins battles. The Battle of Sicily, a showcase of audacity. In 1943, during the invasion of Sicily, Patton's boldness was on full display. Initially tasked with supporting British forces, he seized an opportunity to outmaneuver the enemy and capture key cities, including Palermo and Messina. The speed of Patton's advance shocked both the enemy and his allies. He once said, "A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week." This philosophy defined his approach in Sicily. However, his brashness also led to tension with Allied commanders, including General Eisenhower. His relentless drive to outshine others sometimes clashed with the broader strategy, creating friction among the leadership. Psychological warfare. The power of fear. Patton understood the value of psychological warfare. He cultivated a larger-than-life persona, often referring to himself as "old blood and guts." His fiery speeches and flamboyant behavior instilled both fear and admiration in his troops and enemies alike. One of his most famous moments came during the Battle of the Bulge in 1944. As the Germans launched a surprise offensive, Patton's Third Army pivoted 90 degrees in freezing conditions to relieve the besieged town of Bastogne. The sight of Patton's tanks rolling through snow-covered fields, with soldiers cheering their arrival, became a defining image of the war. The speed and precision of his response turned the tide of the battle and dealt a crushing blow to German morale. Exploiting weaknesses. divide and conquer. Patton's ability to identify and exploit enemy weaknesses was unparalleled. He often used deception to keep his adversaries off balance, such as creating fake radio traffic to mislead German intelligence. During the Lorraine campaign, Patton's forces systematically targeted German supply lines and communication networks, crippling their ability to resist. His relentless pursuit of the enemy left them no time to regroup. Patton's strategy of relentless pressure ensured that his opponents were always on the defensive. This approach not only secured victories but also minimized Allied casualties. Resilience in adversity. Overcoming setbacks. Despite his successes, Patton faced numerous challenges, including controversies and personal setbacks. His outspoken nature and occasional insensitivity, such as the infamous slapping incident, put him at odds with his superiors. After being sidelined temporarily, Patton used the time to reflect and improve. When called back to lead, he proved his worth by delivering critical victories, reminding everyone why he was indispensable. Patton's ability to learn from mistakes and adapt to changing circumstances was a hallmark of his leadership. He understood that setbacks were opportunities to recalibrate and come back stronger. The legacy of Patton. Lessons in leadership. George S. Patton Jr. died in 1945, shortly after the end of the war, following a car accident. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy endures. Patton's life offers timeless lessons in leadership and strategy. Discipline and innovation. Patton's emphasis on discipline and his forward-thinking approach to warfare revolutionized military strategy. Psychological warfare. His ability to inspire confidence and instill fear was as effective as any weapon. Adaptability. Patton's willingness to adjust tactics to the situation at hand ensured his continued success. Resilience. His ability to recover from setbacks and maintain his focus on the mission is a lesson in perseverance. Conclusion. The audacious General George S. Patton Jr. was more than a general. He was a visionary leader who understood that victory required not only strength but also strategy, discipline, and the ability to inspire others. From the snow-covered fields of Bastogne to the sun-scorched deserts of North Africa, Patton's story reminds us that great leadership is about embracing challenges, taking calculated risks, and never losing sight of the ultimate goal. Thank you for joining this journey into the life of George S. Patton Jr. If his story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know which historical figure you'd like to learn about next.